I didn't know you were here.
Streaming. Okay, welcome to the planning committee for the 15th of October. Agenda number 1, apologies for absence. I see none, and Councillor Vons.
Capital Romans.
Declarations of interest. I will declare that I'm abstaining from one of the plans this evening for Walton Avenue. There's no pecuniary interest. Agenda number 3. Actually, I'll jump to public participation. Public participation. No, we don't. Yeah, the minutes, but I was going to say, just in terms of, because we do have members of the public here, if you hear the fire alarm going off, the exit will be through those doors there and down to the bottom right and meet in the marketplace, and we will help anybody get it needs to be taken out. Agenda item number 3, approve the minutes of the planning committee from the 24th of September. Councillor Thomas. Approved. Seconded. Councillor Jackson. On in favour? Any? Agenda item number 4, public participation. We've got 2 people to discuss. Who would like to go first? Yourself or you just want to stand up, give your name and which plan you're discussing?
Yeah, it's Roundwood 20 Water Avenue.
Yeah.
And it's a demolition of the property. I'm the neighbor.
Yep.
So I'm if you look at the house and to the right is we see the house, and I'm just concerned about the size of the property that we want to build, and the road as well is it's on descending, so we are already about a meter below the property. And so on each property is about between a meter and a half down. A couple of years ago we built an extension. We just a ground floor extension with some big roof lights, and I feel that it's going to impact our light that we purposely build this extension to bring light into the house. We have northeast facing. It's and I'm just concerned about the size. I'm in very good relationship with them. They're my neighbors. But when we went around to look at the plans, they were all very cagey about. I asked how high are you going? How much? And they only could say not much. And obviously on the plan, it doesn't look just not much. It looks high. I have some pictures. Can I show you some pictures?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So this is my skylight. So at the moment I only see the antenna of their house, and that's the other. Another skylight, and that's what I can see. That's just to give you an idea where the extension is. That's their house at the moment. So that's my extension. So that's, I think, it's from the roof. So that's my this first window that you can see, and that's the second one. So you can only see part of it.
Excuse me, can I just, are there any more points you need to make? Because we're running a little bit late, so I'm going to have to rush a little bit.
I just want to make sure that the house doesn't go as high as to impede, to make a difference on what I have.
Your light.
Yeah. So that's what I'm concerned.
Somebody got any questions? Before we move on, Councillor Thomas.
May I just ask if you put those comments on the planning portal?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, because I thought I hadn't seen anything on there.
1st of November. Just thought
Yeah,
see what's the feeling there.
thank you.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a seat. And second member, would you like to stand up and speak? You can wait for the discussion, shouldn't be long now.
Yes, sorry. I'm very, very sorry, this is not very familiar. I've been fighting this application for 5 years now. I haven't filed this big. So far we won. Government's changed its rules and I don't know what they are now, but I'm the one who's most affected by what they do to the housing.
No, the whole, yeah, sorry.
I know your name, it's Jill.
Jill Abbey.
Yes, lovely.
Yes.
Yes, we read your.
I live, I've got a couple of photos here just to show you how close I am. I'm 8 meters to the nearest window to my building and I have a very big balcony. It's very, very close. Because there are buildings on 3 sides, any noise when they go outside, they've also put in balconies, as you've seen. It's very loud, very intrusive, which means basically I can't use my balcony, and it's a really lovely balcony. It's a big balcony. But apart from that, when we went the last time, it was even higher because they wanted to put a penthouse, so it was 5 floors. Now it's still 3 floors. It's all these apartments across the top, which look down on me. Sorry. Yeah, so so one concern is the actual complete lack of privacy because it will be 24/7 and not an office anymore. And secondly, it's my lack of light. And no matter what people have said about the light being okay, it isn't. And already in the winter, I have very little light. Because the part of my building that faces them is my dining room and my kitchen, where I spend a lot of time there because the balcony's there as well. Here's some pictures which will show you just how close this was taken from Hugate towards my flat, so you can see. I'm sorry, I've only got one copy of that. And this is from my balcony.
Okay.
Looking, you can see how close they are.
Yeah.
So it's not very clear, sorry, I couldn't find the pictures. I need it.
Can I just ask if anyone has got any
There
particular
are-
questions? Because I'm going to rush you through because we've got to try and move this on. I'm going to ask any of the councillors if they have particular questions for you. If that's okay.
Can I just check you've put your comments on the planning portal?
I'm putting them on tomorrow.
Okay.
because I want, yeah, just
All
try
right.
and get a feel for. You know, I did write this into the email.
Yeah, it's good,
and I
it's good.
just-
Yeah.
you see
We saw
it
that.
there.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I'm very, very concerned.
Of course.
I understand that it is probably going to end up being flats, which is, but it also affects the value of my property.
Would you be happy if it was 1 floor less? I know it's a crazy question, but like would 3 floors be more to your liking than
Not
4?
really, because as you can see from the photographs, they look down on me on the 3rd floor. And at the moment, they've only got the 2 dormer windows in a sloping roof. And they want to level that out, put in a whole load of windows and balconies. Which makes it even worse, and it cuts out more light. Because of the way I face. Very, I hope.
Thank you.
You can stay and listen to the discussion, which
Yeah,
will be, will
We'll
not
try
be
and do
done.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to use quite quickly.
Okay.
No problem. Agenda item number 5 is plans amended, 29 Blandy Road. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. So it turns out this has already been approved. So it was approved the other day, so that's off.
Did they notify you, Jodie, about that? I mean,
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Just missed it, because the 27th of the 8th was the last one, so it would have come back for 24th of September.
the planning officers did go through a little phase of actually emailing the councillors when their decision was against us. And they've just completely don't do that anymore.
48 St Mark's, P24, S2565 householder. Jodie? I think you just add, did you have any comments before?
So. The planning officer has, got amended plans through, they were concerned about the impact on the character of the area due to the dormer windows. They've had them reduced down and they now, are in line with the, existing dormers on the neighbouring properties, so they are happy with what it is, with how it sounds now.
We heard a comment. Councillor Jackson,
I'm looking for a decision first, and I recommend refusal again. Right.
okay. On the grounds of
May I approach the screen?
basket, yes, you may.
The blow. It makes absolutely no sense at all. So this dorm, the pair of dormers here, there's a dormer on the side there, they were previously linked. Now, the face of that window is the face of this window here. That's in effect a little box on the roof, but it looks like a whole mass of building. So from there, this way, over the stairs, should be a sloping roof. You can't use that space. That drawing doesn't make any sense at all in relation to what's going on there. They're two different animals. Also, they should be showing on here the floor area. If this is the roof plan, where's the floor area? So, it doesn't make any sense.
Is it not on the one side to the left? Is that the floor plan at the look like
That's
that?
the floor below.
That's the floor below.
It should be the roof plan, shouldn't it, if it's showing the roof plan, and then
Yeah, so
the different one to show the floor plan.
so there should be a second floor plan and then a roof plan. But that is not represented by that.
Well, let's refuse and throw it to SODC and see if they're happy with the now.
Is that the one they've made smaller?
There was, it was a dormer that wraps around two sides before.
Yeah.
And now that's supposed to be a dormer there, and a dormer there, so all of that area should be sloping and not usable.
Oh, yeah, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a
It just doesn't make sense.
proposal for refusal. Do we have anyone else to second that?
Yeah.
Councillor Plants. Anybody else got a comment?
I also don't like the skylights at the front, when it's a conservation area, I just don't think they're necessary at the front.
Are there,
I don't know,
there are galaxies and other.
I don't think you agree with that.
Yeah.
Agree with that. Not so much.
So,
Don't know what's in the street then by.
There's a house opposite has. galaxies.
Yeah, well, if there's a precedent set, then, yeah.
That's the hard.
Okay,
just trying to work out what the planning reason is.
and clear plans. It's difficult.
And it's not representing what they're trying to.
Could it simply be there's not enough information, but this information isn't working.
Okay, I'll go back with that. and see.
We're not refusing.
Specify the dormers on elevation are not represented by the dormers on the plan.
Yeah, okay,
Because if you draw their attention to that.
yeah.
So we have a proposal and a seconder. All in favour?
Yeah, could the committee speak a bit loud so the lady can hear that?
Yes, yes, we can. We will move directly to agenda item number 5, and we'll start with P24 S2840 full, which is the hub. So we'll start with this one. Jodie?
Thank you. Yeah, so there's been 2 applications on this site previously, and they have been for prior approvals. This application seeks to regularize those into one full planning application. The proposed design of an additional storey and number of units is the same as what was approved in a prior approval. Both of them got exam permission. The main changes proposed are those including the addition of 3 Juliet balconies and 3 more on the second floor as well. Addition of internal balconies on the first and second floor, serving the flats on the northeast corner. So in terms of prior approval applications, there's only certain planning matters that can be considered, and that doesn't include affordable housing. Now that it's a full application, it's considered against the local plan, and so should be required to provide 40% affordable housing, but it's not providing any. Quite a few officers are requiring more information, including the air quality officer, and also information on sill and noise impact from the outside environment and within the building. And there's more information required from the urban design officer.
Okay.
Some concern over the impact of the proposed balconies on the immunity of the neighbours.
So there are things that are okay with the approval, but there's a large chunk affordable housing, the balconies, the reports from the officers that we need feedback on, and we have next door neighbour who is inconvenienced. Councillor Plant?
I think it's a strong refusal on those bases alone. I think it's a travesty that it's trying to shirk the affordable element. I can understand why they're doing it, but that's a joke, to be honest.
Yeah.
So refusal on that alone, plus extra information needed. I agree with the neighbour, but we're not going to win this one on neighbourly or anything like that, because it's the precedent's been set for us. We need to throw it out on those information bases and try and get the affordable included.
Can we do anything about trying to reinforce help the neighbour?
We can look at privacy. of the-
Well, in terms
other
of the balconies,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah, particularly in the balconies,
preserve the additional element.
balconies, windows. It's
Yeah.
it's overlooking lack of light for the neighbour along with everything else. Councillor Dodds?
It's awful. It looks like a shipping container.
In
I was
its-
very involved in the Premier Inn, fight against Premier Inn, and a big reason for it being turned down was the character and appearance bulk design of Premier Inn. And that was one of the chief reasons to turn it down. This falls absolutely in that category. It's absolutely hideous. I think we're trying to get around affordable housing. I think there's lots of useful comments from the urban design officer about cross ventilation, all sorts of things. And I think it's just awful and a very, very strong objection. Absolutely hear what you say. Yeah, I live around the corner from you, actually, in Windale Close, so and Windale Close is
Yes.
objecting as well. Yeah,
So proposer and seconder, was that a second?
strong, absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else got a comment? All in favour of refusal on the grounds? You've got,
Loads.
okay. If we do Roundwood next, and then the other member of the public can go,
Yep, I'll do that.
okay? So P24 S3030, Paul,
Yeah, so this is demolition of an existing property and construction of a Southfield dwelling. The forestry officer has suggested some conditions around tree protection. It's on a similar size footprint to what's there already, but the massing and bulk has increased along with the height of the roof line. It does fall within the conservation area, so the design should be considerate to the character of the area. There are varied housing types along this road. I did note that they're proposing a balcony type roof window in the front as well, which is not ideal.
Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, so a few things about this this proposal. I thought that I read that there was a pre-application advice which hasn't been included here, and I would have been interested to see that. Did you note that?
It's not on there, is
No, it's not on there, is it? And is there any, I mean, that makes me suspicious that it's not on there, the pre-application
It should
advice.
be on there, so I
Yeah.
can question that.
Yeah. Okay, so I agree with the neighbour. I think it's absolutely huge. I mean, look at that roof. It is so imposing, and that is such a beautiful, beautiful road, a private road of quite modest detached and semi-detached houses. And I just think this is the wrong kind of house in the wrong, for this kind of street. Yes, I think it will cause privacy issues and light issues for this neighbour, because of the neighbour is sitting to the right, and the way the light comes round, it is going to steal light from this neighbour. So for all of these reasons, I think we should refuse it and hope that they come back with something more modest, shall we say? Yeah,
And in keeping.
and in keeping with the street scene. Yeah.
So the proposer, I do have a seconder. Seconded by councillor Plant. Anybody else care to speak? Councillor Jackson?
Focus on bulk and mass really.
Yeah.
Okay,
And conservation area.
okay.
Yeah.
So we have a proposal and a seconder, all in favour of refusal? Staying up. It's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Cheers. P24 S2870 householder 57 Albert Road. Erection of a garden room retrospective.
Yeah, so this is a retrospective application for a single story outbuilding. The neighbouring property is objecting due to impact on amenity and that it's raised up. There's a single window located on the side elevation. There's no objection from the forestry officer.
So the letter that came with it said that they had instructed the builders to build it and the builders have built it over height. So that is the only thing. They thought they were built under.
It does show it on the that's that line
Yeah.
on that west bank.
So they thought they had lawful development
But it's.
and the builders have built it too high.
Yeah.
So I appreciate them trying to do something retrospectives. Have a great councillor Thomas.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a refusal on this one. It's rather unfortunate mistake, but anybody can Google what you need to do if you're going to build, you know, this kind of outbuilding or annex or whatever it's called. It has to be, if it's going to be within a metre of any boundary, it needs planning permission. And if it's going to be above 2.5 metres high, it needs planning permission. And so it fails on both of those grounds. It's also caused an overlooking issue with that window there because it overlooks the neighbour's property, which is causing a privacy issue. So bulk mass, you know, I mean, the roof is kind of over, it looks like it's overhanging the neighbour's boundaries as well. Did you notice that? So that in itself needs fixing. So yeah, it's a rather unfortunate mistake.
It doesn't necessarily need permission if it's 2 metres within the boundary.
Two
Just to
and a
clarify.
half metres.
And when you said, oh, we're within 1 metre of the boundary, it needs permission, that's not correct. but
Really?
No,
It's
Oh,
PD rights.
so
isn't
you've
it?
got PD
That's-
rights,
that's-
yeah.
well, it overhangs either way.
Yeah.
It does overhang the neighbour's boundaries.
Did they have
The roof does.
plans that said what height it actually was? Because I looked and I couldn't see. I looked and couldn't see what height,
it's
so how much?
Just under 4 metres. Yeah, 3 point something, yeah.
That's significantly higher.
Refusal.
So we have a proposal for refusal. Anyone want a second?
Sorry.
Yeah, councillor Plant. Go to speak? No?
No, I exactly the same reasons. I don't agree that it's an honest mistake either, to be honest. And I think if they'd come in for this, having not already been built, we'd be having serious questions as to whether we'd be agreeing with it anyway. So,
So the only thing I would throw in is that they call out that there are neighbouring properties on Norman Avenue that have similar larger, that have received plans.
I don't think any of them overhang neighbours' properties though.
Yep, I'm not saying the same.
we'll overlook them.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think it's a bit unfortunate. It's a long garden too, and looking through that window,
yeah,
you know, when you could get up on a chair and look through, you know, I think it was being a little bit. Personally, I take a different thing.
I think it's 50-50.
I wish it happened, but there you go.
so we have a proposal and a seconder for refusal on the grounds, with the grounds.
Yeah, overhanging onto boundary, overlooking shoe.
Okay. All in favour of refusal?
Mm.
All against? Okay. So P24 S2900 A, one stop Grays Road.
It doesn't accord with the
Branch.
design up front.
Does
It
anything-
has to be considered what's already there.
Yeah, on approval.
Approval.
You can't make it worse.
It's a lot worse.
Don't look at me like that.
So we have a proposal for approval.
It's in competition with these.
Has anybody heard a comment? Has anybody heard a second? Or anybody
Sorry,
got a
what's
comment
the
first?
proposal? I've missed it.
Proposal for acceptance.
Oh.
Approval.
Okay.
I'm inclined to approval to second that. To be honest. It is a one-stop. It is branded as a one-stop. It is sitting right at the edge of semi. Well. Represent a car park, represent some other commercial properties. Now, unless you just take everything back and just leave a little tiny sign that says one stop, because everybody knows it's there. It is brash.
Yeah. I think those
It's just not
drawings are
necessary.
totally over the top, you know, the booze and have one-stop shop and opening, you don't have to have all the pictures of food and booze and things. I used to live up near there and I really object to driving by that every day,
Already likes.
brash and over the top in my.
He's already like.
I work in
state like
retail.
It should stay like it.
And the use of that kind of space to sell what they're trying to sell, I think is whatever, but that's just my personal opinion. That's why I'm seconding it.
Context is
Yes,
all, isn't it?
exactly. I'm seconding it.
I
So
love the bit, the fruit and vegetables are tiny, tiny in the corner.
it's
It is.
on the side as well.
Tiny.
Wine.
On the side facing the road, they've also got 4 little.
It
plaques
is
as
better
well.
than the eggs and cookies that we've got on the windows right now.
It looks the same as it
If
is now.
anyone's
It
been
looks
up
the same as it
there
is now.
recently. I mean, it is already identical.
So.
So this is
Would-
retrospective then, is it?
No, they changed, they're basically
They
changing
changed
the
it, yeah.
pictures. From eggs and cookies.
Yeah, it's
Wine.
installing,
Yeah.
removing some signage and graphics. So they are actually removing some stuff. And they are installing new signage. Councillor Jackson,
How do we know what they're removing? Because there's no existing drawing.
it's an advertising one, it's a /A.
I just told you it's eggs and cookies.
But I don't, there's no drawing that shows that. There's no photograph.
Oh,
mean,
there
does
was
it
a
matter?
photograph, there is a photograph,
Is there?
yeah.
Life is.
It doesn't show the vinyl though. It
Right.
just shows the top sign.
Right. Okay.
So we have similar signage up there already. They're not trying to take
Let's put
something down and do whatever, that's all.
Okay.
All in favour of acceptance? All against? Oh, 2 and 2. 3 abstained.
Mhm.
I voted for. Keep 4.
Here's another proposal.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 4 and so it's not quoted.
No, you need another, you need a new proposal to vote on, because that one's fallen.
It hasn't fallen.
It's no, because casting chair went with it.
Oh, did you go
Yes.
with it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I wasn't
Ah,
paying
it's-
attention.
He's not always flip flop. This time he's not.
I am flip flop on the bridge. Keep the peace. So 2 4. 2 4 2 against. Excuse me.
Sorry.
2 4 2 against, 3 abstained.
Did say, but then you
Casting
used your
vote.
casting then.
Okay.
So.
If I take the next 2 together, 37A Hart Street, a full and listed building.
No objection.
Yeah, my only comment was no objection to highways, I don't
Yeah.
know.
The environment officer is requesting more information on noise.
Okay.
And the housing, the heritage officer still haven't come back with anything.
No.
Councillor Jackson.
Has anybody looked at the drawings in detail?
Not as much.
I will, the drawings are based on a 1983 drawing that they've just changed.
Beautifully old,
Yeah.
aren't they? It's the old photographers, wasn't it, George?
There appear to be 2 existing drawings. That's what confused me. There's an existing drawing that has offices here, and then there's another existing drawing that has something else, not saying
That's not, there's this one drawing,
That's
that one. That's the new one, they just changed.
that's the new one.
Just
There were
changed it.
3 drawings actually.
That's all the drawings online, that's put up.
Yeah,
They just changed the date as well.
A big flat.
Yeah.
That's one for one and officer.
Are you sure there's only existing drawings?
Double check.
That one?
It's the first floor.
That's an existing first floor.
So existing proposed and then existing first floor. That's all it's on.
The other drawing you showed, there were 2 drawings there.
That one.
Yeah.
Maybe they updated the website.
So this is, you see there's a bedroom in there. And then these are offices. There's another version of that with that gone. This, so if you go back to the existing drawing, the really old one. So
Sorry.
That's the new one. That's the new one.
Was there something worrying in the picture?
There were two things. On one of the drawings I saw, the staircase appears to come from the ground floor and land there. But on these other two drawings, it lands there. Second thing is when I get to that point in the building, I then have to step up 2 steps to get to the floor. But you get into these bedrooms by going that way, and there are no steps here. So how are they getting from that landing to these rooms without affecting the floor structure?
Is that going to be in the listed building? Because there's 2 applications. There's the full and there's the listed
I
building.
think it would be listed, I think. So I've got to step 400 mil round back from there to there.
And then after
Doing
the
the
unit
list
staircase, how's that?
Are we
Step
happy to
forward,
leave this
isn't
to the invite, so
Building
the,
regulations.
sorry, to the
Heritage.
conservation officer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
They really look. So I don't think it's a planning issue. I think it's a listing issue. We need to check
Okay.
what's happening in that corner because it can affect structure.
Okay.
I have a
Councillor
proposal
Thomas. Yeah.
for approval, subject to the heritage officer. With particular reference to this part that you're talking about in the building. And we want to just make sure the environmental health officer is happy with the noise
I'll second.
as per her, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else got to speak?
That's great.
Proposal for approval on the conditions. Seconded. All in favour? Woodside P24 S2985 householder. Demolition of single-storey rear area. No comments? Councillor Thomas?
Approval?
Struvel, Councillor Plant? All, anyone else got to speak? All in favour? Okay. Lloyds Bank, advertising P24 S3013.
The heritage officers got some concerns over the brand. They said that, hold on, sorry. Oh, no, they, I do not consider the materials choice of the objection, so no, they haven't got concern, so I had no comment. Thank you.
Councillor Thomas?
Approval?
So we've got a second.
Yeah, they've been done already.
Councillor Jackson?
They're up already, haven't
Yeah.
Mm.
All in favour? Thank you. Bell Street. I think this is just changing it from, we've already given planning permission for a number of 1 and 2 beds.
Yeah,
And then they just
so-
change it to,
So yeah, this is reducing the number of flats from 7 to 6. Introducing a new roof light. And windows to the rear have been altered in size and shape. And there's additional windows at the first floor. The windows for the unit 6 have been replaced with French doors. Bin stores being moved outside. So the principle of it's been accepted before, it's just whether you're happy with the alterations.
Councillor Plant, approval.
Yeah.
Councillor Jackson, seconded. Anybody got to speak? All in favour? Councillor Mayor?
Just say councillor Hunt, councillor Rory again.
Yes,
Mark.
Councillor Rory.
It's disappointing to see that we've lost a unit, again, it's one less dwelling in town, presumably it's harder to afford as a result. But apart from that, it seems okay.
Okay. All in favour for approval? We've done Farmwood. 28 Thames side.
So this is the one that the heritage officer
Said no, no,
objected
no.
to, not happy with the glazing bars and the removal of the sash window.
Can I
they?
preempt?
Friendly Society's not happy either.
Can I
They say it
preempt
wasn't
and
like
say
for like.
propose for refusal on the grounds of the heritage officer?
course.
Yep. All in favour?
It was tough to say like for like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
P24 S3108 full and S3109 advertising for 4 Marketplace News.
Have no comment.
Comment.
Second.
Approval.
Approval.
Glad it's being occupied.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Councillor Dodds,
Fine, no.
Brilliant.
it's fine.
all in favour? Yeah, likewise. Nice to see it being occupied. Wyville P24 S3130 full
So this is seeking to erect automated vehicle entrance gates and new post and rail fence. The gates would be black metal, and they would be fully automated. And when vehicles approach, they would open at all times, day and night. Similar wooden fencing along within this area. There's no comment from highways. Potential for impact on highway safety in terms of traffic
Very minor.
being held up on.
This
highway,
isn't
but-
this isn't for the access to the site. This is actually now it's nearly completed. They want to
It-
put presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Councillor Reynolds.
Oh, I just pick up on what our planning officer said. It is a safety hazard, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what is not logical about what Jodie has just said? I mean, it is, what about if it breaks down as well? I mean, it is just pure, it's kind of cosmic, because it's such an ugly site. They're trying to kind of dress it up a little bit with something that's kind of looks kind of a bit more upmarket. But the people speed along that road. And if there's any kind of little traffic jam, it's going to be pretty nasty. So yeah, I just think it's unnecessary. Just no, refuse.
Councillor Hunt.
And if it's automatic, then there's no need apart from aesthetics. So it seems to be a trade-off for aesthetics for safety, which is the wrong way around.
Yeah,
So
yeah, well
And
said.
we've got a comment. All in favour of refusal on the grounds of aesthetics, style over substance.
Safety.
Whatever style over substance.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Design guides. Safety first. P24S3138, householder for 11 Harpston Road.
Yeah, so this is within the main conservation area and Article 4 directions applied. There's potential for the roof windows and the dormer to erode the details and characteristics that are important to this area and have a detrimental impact on the conservation area.
Do we have any other along there that have got?
Not that I could see, no,
Not like this.
no.
I'll propose refusal from the chair.
Based on ours.
Yeah.
Destruction of streets, yeah.
All in favour? Thank you. Sorry, just to move it along a little bit. Objections, call it. Do you want to call anything in?
I suppose we call in the hub.
Call in the hub? Yeah. We're okay to call in the hub?
Yeah.
All in favour? Thank you.
I'm a bit troubled by that one on Wilson Avenue as well, actually. Don't know what you feel strongly about that one.
Walton Avenue.
Oh, Walton Avenue on your side. Oh,
I
Don't think it will go through.
no,
abstained, so I'm not going to comment.
anybody?
I don't think it will go through.
No? Okay.
I would have done if I wasn't abstaining, but I
I
can't.
want to see that pre-application form.
Yeah. Agenda item 8, decision notices. I'm not going to go through them all. All in favour? Noted. Yeah, okay. Budget. Draft planning budget, Kath.
Aren't you pleased about my
Yeah, we'll talk about that next.
Yeah.
on the podcast report.
I mean, yeah,
Thought you'd be
I
delighted.
knew about it, so,
Just
yeah.
going to try and whiz through.
They were kind enough to share it with me.
Kath, budget.
The proposed planning and project budget remains the same as the current year, which is 16,700 for climate and ecological emergency expenses. And a sum for salaries, your very valuable planning and project staff. Councillor Thomas has raised some questions about other sums that we could suggest, so I'm not.
This is round one though, right?
Yeah.
This is round
Yeah.
one, yes, so I don't know whether you might want to bring those back at a later stage.
Mm,
Bring them back.
yeah, bring them back, yeah. I mean, I got my comments back too late, so I perfectly understand that.
Okay. So do we have to note this
Um,
acceptance or recommend that it's been passed up to the next?
Would you want to be looking to bring in extra sums next time round? Do you think?
I think we need to speak more, I think, about
Okay,
it,
let's-
yeah,
So we'll consider it, we can put it on the next.
Yeah.
Agenda item number 10, 20-mile-an-hour speed limit consultation. I'd like to put some time into this.
Yeah, so this is just to consider the response to the OCC consultation on the proposal to extend the existing 20 mile per hour speed limit within Henley. This is being put in place to help improve road safety on local roads. Yeah, so it's extending the speed limit further outwards and replacing the majority of the remaining 30 mph speed limit within the town.
Is there anything in it that says then, okay, existing 40 mph and 50 mph speed limits remain unaffected? So that means we go from a 20 mph to a 40 mph in the front now?
20 to 30. isn't
No,
it?
it's
No.
30
to 30.
20, it's
No,
going.
so I'm going out, so if you've got 20, we're going to extend the 20 out to the 30 mph speed limit,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then the 30 mph speed limit, then. Okay, so we're going to go from 20 to 30, so the 30 remains at 30, and then 30 to 40 stays as it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
the consultation ends on the 18th of October.
can I just say, Chair, I think it's really, really important residents get involved in this. Because once the consultation has ended and then it's heard at OCC, that is it, okay? So residents, please get on board and just, I mean, part of the reason this has come about is because people speed in Henley, believe it or not, right? But the people speed really, really badly. The residential roads, for instance, two that I'm aware of, St Mark's Road and St Andrews Road, it's residents who approach the council and the county councillor about terrible, really dangerous speeding on those roads. And so, and then, once that was all consulted on, it then transpires that what happens is all of those speeders then just go onto the neighbouring roads. Okay, so we've got a lot of schools around these areas. I'm fully in support, but I do, understand that residents really do need to have their say.
That's the Henley standard to make sure that that's noted, please.
And the Henley Herald,
And the Herald, obviously.
so,
Councillor
get a
Black.
consultation going on social media and everything.
There's been some negativity on it, but I think the negativity is just like lack of understanding. People go, oh, what's the point? Why are we doing this? People speed and they go too fast. But it's just using the local resources and social media and us to help convey this is the only step that has to go first before you can then enforce 20, and then you can have speed restrictions done at 20, and then you can take further measures. But it's a step by step. And if we do that, oh, but this will be useless. We don't make any progress at all. So this, oh, it's pointless. We've got to sort of try and overcome that with this is the step to making it safer.
And
So-
putting in, speed bumps and, chicanes and things like that, that has just proved not suitable. Engineers, OCC highways engineers have looked at those and they're just not suitable for these areas. So all we can do is 20 miles an hour blanket policy.
So do we have a response to make to the consultation? Are you supporting the proposal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously you can take a vote and.
All in favour of supporting this? Yeah, I think we're supporting it.
Thank you.
You could maybe leave the potholes to that slow down.
No, it makes them swerve. Yeah, it makes them swerve, which is even worse.
Even more dangerous.
Okay. So we're broadly in approval that this is the thing to do, and we would like residents to contribute.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
It's been shared a lot already on social media, isn't it?
that's good.
Okay. Agenda item number 11, request for consideration of proposal to rename part of Norman Avenue.
Yes, so this is a request from SADC for the council to put forward a name for the south section of Norman Avenue. This is because there's currently difficulties with visitors and deliveries navigating to the wrong address.
Is this for Holly Lodge?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Holly Lodge Lane.
Holly Lodge.
Okay.
So do we need to come up with a name?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
so-
they're asking for.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Top's
Pass.
close.
To avoid the names Holly Lodge Drive.
Oh, sorry.
Lane
And
works.
any name containing Normanstead,
Okay.
because that could cause
Can I
confusion.
propose
I like Holly
Topsom?
Lane.
No,
Topsom?
no,
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 Topsom?
no,
No?
no.
No?
You can just send your
Yes,
suggestions.
okay,
there
we'll
if
send
you
some
want.
suggestions.
Yeah,
to
that's-
Joe.
Send in some suggestions. Yeah, does Holly, do the neighbours, do the neighbourhood have any suggestions that we're aware of?
Not that I know of, but we've
Lane.
put it out there, have we?
Lane.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. And the last one is the progress report.
No, we've got certificate of lawfulness, just a note.
Sorry, we do, yes. Certificate of lawfulness for the proposed works to Henley on Thames Marketplace. Internal operations. All in favour of noting? Noted.
Yeah, noted.
And then the progress report. The Mount, still not heard anything at all.
No.
So Marks, we've refused,
recommend
sorry, we've
refusal.
recommended refusal
Yeah.
on the basis of the lack of information in the plans. And Thames Farm, where it's only just gone in.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Finished.
Mm.
Too bad. Started 5 minutes late, finished 5 minutes late.